Hello and welcome to another episode of Working Dad Trader. In this video, we're going to go over my February Trading 212 portfolio. In this month, I've lost 15% from its highs, so it's been quite a big drop. There's been a lot going on, so we're going to talk about that in the video. And remember to smash that like button. It really does help my channel grow, and it's really appreciated by me. I've also said in one of my other videos that from my long videos now, I'm going to start thanking all the people that have subscribed to my channel. It really does mean the world to me, and as a big thank you back, I'm going to just people that have made their subscriptions public on my list. I'm going to, every video, just put a list up of a couple of the ones that I've subscribed, and just to say a massive thank you for that. And obviously if you subscribe and you paint yourself public, then at some point I will also get around to giving you a big thank you as well. And just remember, guys, that I'm just a normal hard-working dad who's trying to do the best I can. I'm not a financial advisor. I'm someone that's not been long in the stock market, and I haven't got thousands and thousands of pounds invested in the stock market. I'm just trying to, any money that we have left, try and put into the stock market, change our future. Always remember, if you want to go into the stock market, to do your own research and get some advice from a financial advisor if you're really unsure. And hopefully we can all become profitable. Okay, let's have a look. Okay, so this is my Trading 212 portfolio update. Today's date, when I'm recording this now, is the 24th of February. So, as we all know, the last week to 10 days has been a bit of a bloodbath, a bit of a correction. But it's been coming for a while, and I've said in other videos that I'm expecting a good 10% correction, possibly somewhere, and it's really hit certain sectors, especially the tech stock section. And it's affected my portfolio obviously greatly. At the start of February, I made the decision to start rebalancing my portfolio, rechanging it, freshening it up a bit. So I started to sell off some positions where I felt that I'd already had some good gains, and was looking to use that money. Also long-term gain was to try and reduce my portfolio. That's something I haven't achieved this month, and the drop in the stock market also came quicker than I expected, and I never got to do maybe all my positions at the best time, but that's just part of trading. That's what happens. But I have done quite a lot of changes in this month, and some of that reflects on why my portfolio has dropped quite a bit. If we look at I think it was the 10th of February, or the 11th of February, sorry, my portfolio was 25% up, which was fantastic. And then obviously I've started to sell some of my positions, and also now we've had the drop. So my portfolio has gone from the highs of 25%, which was on the 11th of February, all the way down to 10%, so that's like 15% drop. Am I worried? No, not really. I was expecting this to happen. It's all calm. This is what happens. This happens generally every year. At some point you get a correction. The market had been overpriced for a long time, and it was well oversold on a lot of stocks and a lot of sectors. So it's just a correction. It's a healthy correction. But by the end of the year, I'm expecting the majority of that to come back and finish the year positive. So I'm not worried. This is what the stock market does. If there's something that you can't cope with, watching your portfolio drop 15%, then you really shouldn't be in the stock market, because even when you expect it, it still does look bad, and you still feel feelings, and you have to try and keep those feelings out of it. Of, oh my, look what's happened. I've lost all this money. I mean, I've lost 150, £200 easily in just a week, 2 weeks. So can you imagine what happened last March and how people felt when their portfolio dropped 35%? So it's part of stock. It's part of the system. So I'm quite happy. If I just go through a quick rundown of some of the changes, where most of the changes came from are my position in Atheria, the cannabis company. I sold probably about 70% of my position. I've been on 200 plus gains on that position. It's went up extremely high at one point, when I think the Reddit team were getting behind it, but I didn't get quite. I missed that chance to sell at the all-time high, but I still took really good profits out of it. The merger's coming up with Tilray, and I think that the stock, some of that has already been priced in, and I was quite happy to, at well over 200% when I profit in that stock, that I was quite happy to sell out of that position, a lot of it. I still left a bit in there. I might still sell out again further, I shall see. But I sold out of that position to start reusing that money into other stocks that I wanted to buy into. The other sort of one I sold was Consolidated Water. I made a small profit on that. It was not really a stock that I wanted to hold long term. I was quite happy to take a profit on that one, so I also sold that stock. And in some ways, having this extra cash in my portfolio on hand sort of timed well with the current crash, with a sudden dip in the market. Before it generally happened, I was already buying more in Games Workshop because they went down quite a bit. And then from there, really, obviously, then it all started happening. One of the companies I bought was a bit of Beckington Dickinson. I really quite like this company. It's a sort of a medical tech company. I think that this is sort of the way a lot of this sort of stuff's going to go. This company also does a lot of supplies and equipment in the medical world. They also produce a lot of vials for putting in medicines and injections, which, considering the world needs plenty of vials at the moment, I thought this was quite a good thing to look into. And this company does quite a bit of making vials for vaccines and stuff like that. So I was quite interested in this company. Yeah, so it was still down at the moment because obviously it's been a dip, and I did get it. I could have got it down a lot further, and I still might go more into this company on more of the dip. But yeah, that was one that I was interested in. When I was looking at the income statement, it's been the gross profit. It's been going up the last 3 years. It's good. Net income been going up. Not too bad on the balance sheet. So it's a company that ticked a lot of boxes for me. So that's why I purchased that one. Other companies I have invested in, obviously I've talked about Games Workshop. They've been on a bit of a drop lately. I had this company now for a while. I still like this company. I think they got great financials, and there's not many other companies out there that do what they do as far as the games, and that they have a really loyal customer base. Um, it's in some ways it's. I mean, Warren Buffett talks about buying companies with a moat of they don't have much competition, and I don't think they really do. They're sort of they do what they do and they do it really well, and they have like a cult following and a real loyal fan base that are always going to keep buying stuff from them. So that's why I definitely wanted to get into this company. Like I say, the financials are really strong. Income statement is really strong. 4 years of just there of the profits, gross profits going up, net profit going up. Balance sheet is really, really strong as well. And why the company is, well, the stock market is pricing it down, I'm not sure. So I've been using that as an opportunity to increase my position in Games Workshop. Other companies was an interesting one I did do, and this is a speculative purchase, was the cannabis company Juicy. Obviously, I used a very small part of the money I took out of Atheria, just because I felt this one has been a bit in the shadows. It's a little bit unnoticed and very cheap, and if this company is already in America, already has positions in the States already with some of the states that have legalized cannabis, and if things do change in America and President Biden legalizes cannabis across the country, they're already in a prime position, already in the States, to really do well, and possibly the bigger Canadian manufacturers of cannabis might also be looking at them as a company to buy up. So very speculative, very cheap, and I've only taken a small position. I'm happy as that one is just a short to medium term stock, just to see where it goes, to see if things change on that front, and then that one could obviously go up. So that's why I took a small position in that. So that's generally why I still wanted to keep a position in the cannabis market, just to see what happens. I also bought more of Lockheed Martin, the military company that makes military planes and equipment, the US, and sells across the world. There we are, we've caught up. Oops, sorry. Again, this stock is, I feel, undervalued at the moment, so that's why I've increased my position a little bit into that. If we look at the year graph, they're like way down still. So they're a strong company with strong sales, so yeah, I wanted to get into that company. It's a slow growing company, but it's quite a safe company, and they pay a dividend, so that's why that was generally some of my reasoning behind that. A new one would be Mercado Libre, also, that I bought a small stake in. I also bought some more of Microsoft in the dip. I also bought more of Facebook in the dip. And that only generally dipped because of obviously the problems they had in Australia with the battle with the Australian government, and that's why that caused that to dip. So I bought more of Facebook. And the last one I started to buy small in position into was Viva Systems. Again, I like this company. It's a cloud-based software company. They do a lot of stuff for the pharmaceutical and life science industry. The financials on this are really, really good again. And this ticked a lot of boxes for me again. Growing revenues, growing net income, strong balance sheet. When you look at the cash pile is really strong as well. They got massive assets to liabilities. So yeah, this ticked a lot of boxes for me in this company, and as it obviously been in the dip recently, I thought it was a great opportunity to get into this company. When we look on the year, it's dipped quite a bit. So yeah, I'm interested in this company, and that's why I got into that one. So that's generally all the changes on my portfolio. There has been quite a lot of movement this month, a lot more than normal, and obviously I'm a bit overloaded with stocks as well. I've got 32 stocks, which is maybe too many. I was saying that when I had 30 that I felt I had too many, so I was going to try and cut it down. But there's still a bit of balancing going on, and obviously with this now happening with the stock market dropping, then there's been opportunities to buy certain stocks at a discount. So once this dip is over and things start going back on an upward trend, then it might well be time then to offload a few stocks that were only short to medium term stocks. What I would say is a lot of my UK stocks that I hold, I've really not been going anywhere. If anywhere, they've been going sideways, and if some possibly slightly down. So that's something that I will look into over the next couple of months. I'm hoping as the UK economy begins to open up with the changes announced by the British government and the timetable, that the UK market will start improving. So that's something I'm going to monitor, and I'm hoping then that will kickstart my UK stocks. I've only got about 4, but they've all been going sideways and slightly down. So yeah, so that's what I'm going to look into. Okay, so that's my portfolio for this month. It's not been a great month, but that's trading. I'm a real person, and that's a real account, and that's what really happens in stocks and shares. You get bad months. There was always going to be a correction. It is painful, but if you're not prepared to have these healthy corrections and see a lot of your money disappear in 1 month, then you really shouldn't be in the stock market. But I'm confident by the end of this year that what I've lost over the last month will return and probably be higher, because that's the way the stock market is. Like I say, it's faux transparency from me. That's just the reality of stocks and shares. I hope you've gained something from this. Like I say, I'm just trying to show you the reality of my journey and the good and the bad of what happens. And I hope you get to see you soon. Remember to smash that like button, and I'll see you in my next video. Bye.